Welcome back to our coverage of a high-speed chase through the San Fernando Valley. LAPD units are tracking a suspected drunk driver, possibly armed, who began the chase in North Hollywood.
We'll confirm that here in just a second, but it does look like that is going to be, yes, the southbound side here. LAPD, North Hollywood units in pursuit here. We do not know, again, how many people are inside this vehicle, but again, he is starting to push the pedal to the metal as he gets onto the freeway here.
The driver, a gray Nissan, briefly entered Highway 170, then exited, only to return and travel in excess of 90 miles per hour. He was seen throwing an object from the vehicle onto Roscoe Road before speeding off onto southbound Highway 170.
Right, this has been going on for about 15 to 20 minutes. Started, I believe it started on surface streets, ended up on the freeway, and then again back on surface streets, and now once again back on the freeway. So he has been all over the place here, but mostly in the same general area of the San Fernando Valley as we now head back in the opposite direction, southbound again on that shoulder. Is that the shoulder or the carpool lane, Rob? I can't make it out. That's the carpool lane. He is all the way over to the left on the carpool lane, southbound 170. That vehicle, again, this is a DUI driver, possibly armed. Unknown how many people are inside this car. Looks like a newer model vehicle, heavily tinted windows. Very difficult to see through that windshield. They do have a rough description of the suspect. It is a male, we believe. Flying out of the vehicle just before he went under the freeway and then got back onto the southbound side of the 170, and he is getting off once again, getting off the freeway. This is going to be Riverside. High rate of speed here, making a left turn through the red light here, making a left turn now underneath the freeway, underneath the 170, getting off at Riverside. Making a right turn, back again underneath that freeway. That's the 170 freeway going from top to bottom here. He comes out the other side, continuing southbound here. Right out your window.
The suspect then crossed Highway 101 at over 100 miles per hour, avoiding heavy rush hour traffic in Sherman Oaks and Encino. The LAPD maintained pressure, but with the K-9 units assisting, they were ready for the final handover.
Ramp to the westbound 101, northbound 101, traveling westbound through the San Fernando Valley. Easily doing about 85 to 90 miles per hour. Again, really putting some distance here between him and that primary unit as he gets onto the freeway. Every time he does this, he really steps on it, and LAPD's had no trouble following him. Traffic is relatively moderate, if not light. It's really interesting because the other side of the 101 freeway is almost bumper to bumper, but he's only got about moderate traffic on the northbound side. So southbound side, very heavy rush hour traffic still on a Friday evening, but northbound, he does have some pavement to play with here as he continues to weave over all the way back over to the left again. He's now doing about 80 to 90 miles per hour. Traffic up ahead here as he continues in the next quarter mile to half mile. He's going to hit some brake lights here, and he's going to get a little more desperate as he feels the pressure of this 405-101 traffic. Again, he's now in Sherman Oaks, northbound on the 101 freeway, coming up on Woodman Avenue, crossing over to the right as the freeway comes to a stop here. Very heavy volume in both directions, getting all the way over to the right. He does not like it, and he's going to look to exit here, possibly, as he comes up on Van Nuys Boulevard. Squeezing through traffic here, bypassing the exit. That's Van Nuys right there, the gore point near the top of your screen there. He's continuing northbound 101 towards the 405. You can see some of that other traffic, hearing the lights and sirens, slowing down, pulling over, drivers getting out of the way here on a busy Friday night here in Sherman Oaks. You can see he's really driving a little bit more erratically, not wild, but he's definitely driving very aggressive, and if he is under the influence, it would explain a lot, but it also means that anything can happen here as he starts to drive more erratically. He's going to come very close to a lot of rush hour traffic here, a lot of other motorists who do not know what is coming up behind them, but the lights and sirens are blaring. These officers are code 3 behind this suspect. Bypassing the exit again, looks like he's committing to the 101. Had an opportunity to get on the 405. That's the 405 split, getting over the Gore Point here. Just getting around traffic, not taking the exit. He's staying on the 101 freeway. Northbound 101, passing the 405. Other cars, again, pulling over to the shoulder. Everybody aware now of this chase. LAPD navigating heavy traffic with the suspect. Canine units are on the way out to this pursuit to assist in the eventual felony stop that will hopefully take place at the conclusion of this. We can only hope that this person eventually gives up peacefully. He is continuing to remain committed to the 101 freeway here, getting all the way back over to the left, passing Haskell just to the west of the 405 freeway. He's had plenty of opportunities to get off here, but as he makes his way all the way across the San Fernando Valley, he is now in Encino, northbound on the 101 freeway. LAPD now communicating with California Highway Patrol, possibly preparing a handoff if CHP can get into position here. So we've got LAPD overhead. They are the lead agency here, but they are attempting to hand this off to CHP if those officers can get into position. But right now, LAPD fighting heavy traffic with the suspect on the 405 on the 101 freeway. Excuse me. We just passed the 405. He is committed to the northbound side of the 101 freeway, which is technically westbound through the valley here. Bypassing another exit here. That's Havenhurst, continuing northbound 101. We do not have visibility into this vehicle. It seems as though it may just be the driver, but we do not have that information confirmed. Again, this was a DUI suspect who was possibly armed. Just weaving around everybody in the way here as traffic starts to get even heavier as he moves past the 405 and gets further into Encino here. There's a lot more traffic that may provoke him to get off the freeway, but every time we see these Gore points, he straddles them and then gets right back onto the freeway. He appears to be more comfortable on the freeway, even if he has to use the shoulder here. He is using the shoulder where he has to, but you have other vehicles that are trying to get off on the shoulder to allow LAPD to maneuver through here as they have their lights and sirens blaring. You have regular traffic basically making way for this pursuit, and he is threading these lanes here, splitting lanes, I should say, as he continues to fight rush hour traffic here at the top of the 7 o'clock hour.
Near Calabasas, the pursuit officially shifted. The California Highway Patrol, CHP, now has the lead, with the LAPD balloon remaining overhead to assist. The driver remains on Highway 101, heading deeper into Ventura County.
Continue to follow this high-speed pursuit now in the San Fernando Valley. LAPD handing this pursuit off to California Highway Patrol moments ago as they continue to chase this DUI driver, possibly armed, up the 101 freeway. This started in North Hollywood. Those LAPD North Hollywood units have officially pulled off just seconds ago, and now California Highway Patrol prepared to take this into Ventura County if necessary. You can see he is now coming into the Calabasas area as we continue northbound on the 101 freeway, all the way over to the left with very light traffic to speak of. He made his way through some very heavy traffic as he came up through the 405, bypassed the 405, and is continuing through the hills here as he navigates the 101 freeway at a relatively high rate of speed here, passing Las Virgenes at about 90 miles per hour. Above us? I see him. Copy that. Thank you. Thank you. All right, now sounds like California Highway Patrol is preparing to create a traffic break behind this chase. That will definitely help as we continue this pursuit into Ventura County here. It'll minimize the exposure here if this does come to an end on the freeway. They will have a lot more room to play with here if they can create that traffic break behind the suspect and prevent any other motorists from getting involved here. So we'll see if they can successfully execute that traffic break. Right now, I only see about 3 or 4 CHP units in tow here. So I count 3. There are more behind them trying to create that traffic break. Eventually, they may even start blocking off some of the entrance ramps ahead of him here, but we'll see how much manpower they have tonight. He again is passing Lindero Canyon at 110 miles per hour. Again, a well-equipped Nissan front-wheel drive, likely run flats on this vehicle. And CHP matching up with our real-time speed tracker here, clocking him at 110 miles per hour. Certainly appears as though CHP is giving him a pretty wide berth here, and why not? You know, with a pretty empty freeway, just let him exhaust as much fuel as possible. Time is on the side of law enforcement here. As you can see, there are 3 units right behind him. They're not going anywhere. They have a clear visual of the suspect. Nowhere for him to really hide on the freeway here. As long as he remains on the freeway, this is one of those chases where it is best for everybody involved to continue this on the freeway. With a DUI driver, the last thing you want to see is him getting off the freeway and driving like a crazy person on surface streets. So as long as he's on the freeway, holding on to those left lanes there, they can try and create that traffic break and continue to follow him straight up the freeway, straight into Ventura County. The only problem that I see is that that helicopter, that LAPD airship, who is helping CHP, may have to pull off here in the next several miles. Oxnard Airport reporting low IFR conditions, and that will affect all of the aircraft heading into Ventura County here as we get closer to Camarillo eventually. So we've got some clear skies ahead of us up until, I would say, about 6 or 7 miles, and then it clearly closes up for all involved, news media as well as law enforcement. So he's going to continue, it looks like, straight up the 101 freeway, holding steady in that number 4-5 lane, and passing Fillmore now as he comes up on Thousand Oaks. We're good. Still doing triple-digit speeds here, straight up the 101 freeway, crossing over a little bit over to the number 2 lane. Actually slowing down. Is that accurate, Rob? Okay, so he's slowing down. He's in the 70s, doing about 70 now. Maybe showing signs of getting off. We'll see here. He's got plenty of pavement ahead of him. It's curious to see him get over to the right here for no apparent reason. Again, he's got little traffic to contend with. Continuing through Thousand Oaks here, northbound side of the 101 freeway. A hot pursuit on a Friday night. California Highway Patrol taking us from Los Angeles County now into Ventura County. Now asking for help from Ventura County CHP to get involved in this pursuit. So they may be getting ready to hand it off to another CHP office here in the next couple of minutes. Right now, these are LA County CHP units from the Valley. LAPD has already handed this off once. CHP may be about to do it again here. It'll stay within CHP's control, but they will wait for Ventura County units to get involved before they pull back. And then again, we still have that LAPD airship overhead here with only a couple more miles of open skies, and then that marine layer will become an obstacle imminently in the next couple of minutes. Talk to me. Yep.
As he passes Thousand Oaks, traffic thins, but visibility quickly decreases. That thick marine layer settles over Camarillo, forcing all balloons to retreat due to reduced instrument flight. California Highway Patrol ground units will continue the pursuit on their own. The suspect has now disappeared into the dense fog.
over the 101 freeway. The visibility just drops so quickly from about 10 miles to zero viz once he gets underneath that layer right there, and you can see the brake lights and or I should say the tail lights of the traffic ahead of him, as well as those California Highway Patrol units who are now chasing this suspect with ground units only further up in towards Camarillo in Ventura County, where you can see that thick marine layer blanketing Ventura County and blanketing the 101 freeway. This suspect disappearing into the mist. CHP with a full contingent of officers on the ground there, getting ready to hand it off to neighboring neighboring offices, I should say, in Ventura County, and eventually will be turning around, heading back home. But this pursuit, or at least our coverage of this pursuit, is going to come to a pause here until we figure out if he's going to continue straight up the 101, which it certainly appears that he is.